Hey there, buddy. Pliskin by 51mm here. Today I'm kind of just doing a little heads up video. Might talk about YouTube a little bit. I ordered the Sadlak National Match Spring Guide for the M14 last night, along with something else special I'll show off when I finally get it. It's going to get here by September 1st, according to what they told me on my Gmail. So I'll do an installation video on the spring guide, and I'll talk about it in length and stuff to that nature when I get around to it, or when it gets here. The second thing I was going to talk about was YouTube's new censorship thing. It's not really a censorship thing, it's kind of a monetization limitations. It's like when you go to upload your video, it'll say no, limited to no ads, with a little yellow money sign, and you have to have it reviewed in order for it to for you to get money on your video. So I already have a couple videos that are under that, but it's so weird what they define as tolerant and like acceptable and non-acceptable under the guidelines. Of course, you can't have violence, profanity, or all the above on that in the rules, but it's like my one video I have up is called, it's called deer hunting, like squirrel watching while deer hunting. I uploaded it last year and it's been demonetized. So it's like, I guess hunting videos won't make any money. So that's not going to deter me from making one this year. Last year I was going to make a hunting video, but the circumstances and stuff that was going on at the time just didn't allow me to do it. Didn't really see no deer. It just wasn't a good year. No, we've had those before. One year we had it where wild dogs were running the deer out, and we had to scare them off, which was pretty funny because they don't like the sound of a 45-70 going off right at their feet. And that ran them back to wherever they were going, never seen them again. So, take that as it may be. But, yeah, so deer hunting videos probably won't be monetized, and any videos with swearing I noticed on my channel have been demonetized. Now, I try to make it a thing where I don't swear that much. I don't, because I've learned that people don't really listen to what you have to say if you swear all the time. Now, that may not be the case for all people. I mean, if you're on your channel, if you swear every other breath, that's cool. Do your thing. But to me, I figure, from what I've seen, is you can convey a better argument to a wider audience if you don't swear a lot. So I try to keep swearing to a minimum, but when I'm out with my friends and stuff, we do kind of get verbal, as you all know. Just watch any of the 4th of July videos from this year, where we was out at Outlaw's Place shooting, and you can see that we can get very verbal if we want to. But I myself try to make it a thing not to, so I don't get demonetized. But in some videos that can't be helped. So, but the kicker of the whole review thing is you have to have 1,000 views on a video in order for it to get reviewed. In other words, in order for it to somebody to physically look at it and see if it's okay. And I have one video out of all the ones that have been demonetized that's eligible for a review, but I know if I click that button they won't, because it's that video where the idiot on the side of the road shoots himself. I'll put the link in the description to that video below. So that's something that YouTube's doing. But another thing that YouTube has done that's really going to put a crimp on me until I can get a better computer is they're taking away video editor. Now, it was already a pain when they took away annotations, because annotations kind of helped me get traffic going to other videos. Like I could do a whole, like a part 1, part 2, part 3 type video series on something, and have the annotations for the next part of that series in the video, so people could get done watching that first video and then click on to the second or third or however they want to go. And now it's kind of, you just have to go look for that video, and most people don't, unless it's right there in the suggestion bar, which a few of them are, a few of them aren't. Unless it's right there in that suggestion bar, people won't go looking for it. So it's kind of just an open-ended thing. Like my 308, how to reload 308 ammunition videos, I kind of have I have them annotated together, or I did, if memory serves. So video editor, to me, I don't really have to use it because I already have Windows Movie Maker. I know there's better video editors, but that's all my little blue laptop can handle is Windows Movie Maker. But with the way my computer does its thing, is it's really bad on memory. I used to have an Acer computer. It died. It broke. I dropped it and the screen busted and couldn't even get it to turn on. So we ventilated it with all sorts of firearms out at my uncle's cabin, but it had a lot better memory. And this blue one, my HP Windows, like I can't even remember the full name of it. It's been so long, I just call it the blue laptop. Its data storage is abysmal. It's very, very small. And for smaller videos, that's okay, but if I have to do longer videos, like a review, I have to use YouTube's editor in order to get it to crop together. That's how I did the Fulton Armory scope mount review. I had to use the editor on YouTube to crop all of the scenes and videos together in order for it to be a full video. Otherwise, I'd had like a 5-part video on just one review. So that's another thing YouTube's doing that doesn't really sit well with me. I mean, it's not that big a deal, but at the same time, if I have to do a bigger video on like a review or something, I have to use that editor on YouTube. So now I'm going to have to start strategizing until I get a new computer, which I plan to do one of these days. So I just figured I'd talk about that. I'm sure it's old news to some of you, but YouTube's kind of reworking its format, and some things they are doing isn't as good as it used to be. I mean, the annotations thing was kind of a very good feature for having people go watch one of your other videos. And if you want to go over to cards, whatever, I've seen that option there. It's kind of about the same thing, but it's a little bit more modernized, I suppose. You have to delete all your annotations. You have to go back and delete all your annotations in your old videos in order for it to use cards. And I'm like, so well, I wouldn't do that, because I've seen cards on other videos. It's like that thing that is like, oh, like it suggests another video while you're watching, and it don't really link the next video in, or at least I haven't seen it do it. So I don't know. So until I get a new computer, reviews, I'll have to cut reviews up and make them smaller. Oh, and before I turn this off, the K-bar thing, the K-bar video. I misspoke. I should have said that's going to be an overview instead of a review. Because I realized, even though I've had that K-bar for a very long time, I still have a lot more I need to do with it before I do a full in-depth review. So I'll do an overview on it, how I've liked it so far, and go from there. So I apologize for the misspeaking that I did. Well, I figured I'd talk about YouTube a little bit to y'all, see what your opinions are on it. I don't really necessarily care for their new ads selection thing, but I guess if they have to do it in order for their advertisers and people who put ads on their videos to come back, I guess they have to, because YouTube took a hard hit when I think it was somebody from the Washington Post or something like that that got all butthurt because he seen a Coca-Cola ad on a KKK video or something like that. I don't know. Oh my God, they have ads on hate speeches. Just another reason to complain, like everything else these days, I suppose. So, I mean, I don't really care for it. Although I don't really make a whole lot of videos or money on YouTube, I just don't really care for it, because when they start demonetizing videos that have no swearing or violence in it, like a video like this, for example, that's when they're going a bit too far. So that was just I'm just giving you my opinion on it, and it probably will get to that point where they might demonetize this because I'm just talking about it. I don't know. Anyway, I figured I'd talk about it, kind of give my opinion on it, give a heads up to the removing the annotation thing if nobody else knew already, and give y'all a heads up for the new stuff I'm getting. I will do a video on those when they get here. Anyway, that's been Pliskin. I'll see y'all in the next video. I'm not sure what it will be. Might be the Sadlak thing. It might be something else. I don't know. I'm kind of kicking ideas around. Anyway, see y'all on the next one.